The world's population is exploding and expanding into outstanding figures, and hence people all over the world are moving around, crisscrossing from one country or continent to another in search of greener pasture, hence bringing us to the importance of today's topic, where we are going to be talking about the top 10 best countries to live in the world based on their quality of life rankings. And to that I say welcome to this channel, where we enlighten you on various topics and happenings around the globe by providing you with various list rankings based on a particular topic. To please encourage us to do more, do like our page, and click on the subscribe and notification bells to notify you on our current and latest video. That being said, it is worthy of note to state categorically that the distribution of wealth around the world is far from being even. North America is home to less than 5% of the global population and accounts for about 27% of the world's gross domestic product. Meanwhile, South Asia is home to 24% of the world population and yet accounts for less than 4% of global GDP. Can you beat that? And so some of the factors that really give a good picture of a country's well-being aside from its government policies, are the GDP of that country, and its GDP per capita. Note that, while GDP provides an accurate picture of the size of a nation's economy, GDP per capita measures a country's economic output per person and is calculated by dividing the GDP of a country by its population. But beyond the essential ideas of broad access to food and housing, to quality education and health care, to employment that will sustain us, quality of life may also include intangibles such as job security, political stability, individual freedom and environmental quality. So on this note, this video was created to list the best countries to live in based on various data gathered from various sources, especially usnews.com, in partnership with BAV Group and the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, based on a study that surveyed more than 17,000 global citizens from 78 different countries for the year 2021. 10. New Zealand. A GDP of $209 billion, with 4.98 million people and GDP per capita of $42,000. New Zealand, which comes 10th on this list, is an island nation in the Pacific Ocean, southeast of Australia. With a strong export market and also thriving in the areas of manufacturing and tourism, this small nation is not doing bad for itself, trying to create a balance in every facet of life for its teeming population no doubt has earned its place on this list as one of the best countries to live in on planet Earth. Ranked number 9 on this list is Germany, with a GDP of $3.86 trillion, 83.1 million people and GDP per capita of $46,468. With its economy being one of the largest in the world and establishing itself as one of the global giants in import and export services, including telecommunications, agriculture, healthcare and tourism, possessing highly skilled workforce, and taking the welfare of its citizens very serious, it's a little wonder. 8. Finland. GDP $269 billion. Population 5.52 million people. GDP per capita $48,712,000. The North European country bordered by Norway, Sweden, Russia, the Baltic Sea and the Gulf of Bothnia is one of the coldest countries in the world, with its economy primarily geared toward free market capitalism, that like its neighbors diverts substantial spending to social safety nets and public services. Fast growing in its industrialization process, the country still remains one of the best countries to live in. Number 7 is Netherlands. Boasting of about $907 billion worth of GDP, 17.3 million people, and 52,295 as GDP per capita, the West European country which has 3 major European rivers running through its neighbors Germany and Belgium into its ever-busy ports, thereby serving as a huge source of income generation for the country, as well as being one of the world's leading exporters of agriculture, an industry that has become mostly mechanized. These various resources has been put into making its citizens fairly comfortable. Number 6 on this list is Australia. With a GDP of $1.4 trillion, a population of about 25.4 million people, and a GDP per capita of $55,057, the country comes to number 6 among the rankings of best countries to live in terms of quality of living. Australia is considered a wealthy nation with a market-based economy that is driven by the service sector and the export of commodities. It boasts of good healthcare system, good transportation network, well-packaged social amenities, solid governance system, and a comparatively high life expectancy for both males and females. At number 5 we have Switzerland. With a GDP of over $731 billion, a population of 8.58 million people, and GDP per capita of $85,300. A very small country in Central Europe in terms of land mass, it's one of the world's wealthiest countries. The country's strong economy is mostly powered by its low corporate tax rates, a highly developed service sector led by financial services, and a high-tech manufacturing industry. And so it enjoys low unemployment figures, with a highly skilled labor force, with one of the highest GDP per capita in the world according to CIA World Factbook. 4. Norway. With a GDP of over $406 billion, a population of 5.35 million people, and GDP per capita of $75,826. Made up mostly of mountainous terrain, Norway is a high-income nation, with a vibrant private sector. Discovering oil and gas off the coast of the country in the 1960s gave the country an economic boost, and today the country is one of the world's leading petroleum exporters. Higher education is mostly free, and so are a lot of other valuable social infrastructures. The third on this list is Sweden. Having GDP of about $531 billion and population of 10.3 million people, a GDP per capita of $51,687. Also the biggest in terms of land mass among the Scandinavian countries, with an advanced infrastructure and transportation network, which amongst other things assist with equal wealth distribution. Health care, as well as a college education, are free, and its people boast one of the longest life expectancies in the world. Little wonder why people from all over the world would defy the cold climatic weather of this region just to live a better life. Number 2 is Denmark. With its population of about 5.81 million people, a GDP of $350 billion, and GDP per capita of $60,213. It's one of the Scandinavian countries along with Sweden and Norway. Its capital Copenhagen serves as a hub connecting Northern Europe with the rest of the world, with the largest international airport in the Scandinavian region and top-notch transport systems. Denmark employs a universal healthcare system in which citizens receive mostly free medical care, so also is their higher education free. Boasting of several leading industries in both the food processing industry, tourism and production of iron and steel, thereby increasing employability. Ranked number 1, in terms of quality of life, is Canada. With its population of about 37.6 million people, a GDP of $1.74 trillion, and GDP per capita of $46,327. Canada takes up roughly about 2/5 of the North American continent, making it the second largest country in the world in terms of land mass. With a good educational system, to a solid healthcare system, a transparent governmental system, to a low-crime society and all, who wouldn't want to live in such a sane environment? And with that, we have come to the end of this video. We hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please click on the like button, and don't forget to share with your friends.